Elbow Grease Productions, in association with MichaelJacksonInsider.com, presents
So how'd you get involved with Nijel Binns?
Believe it or not, a Michael Jackson fan told me about Nijel and had Nijel call me.
And how long ago was that?
Just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it happened really quick.
And do you know the history of Nijel and Michael?
Yes, I do. The exhibit out there, he told me a lot about what him and Michael went through and how he did the exhibit and the art for Michael, which is so beautiful.
And is there any Jackson news we should be aware of?
Not yet, but soon. I'll keep you posted.
So how's Joe and Catherine?
Joe, everybody's doing really super good. Joe's traveling a lot. Catherine's traveling a little bit. Brothers, you know, they're doing their tour. But everybody's doing great. But there's going to be some surprises soon.
Can you give us a hint?
I don't think I can just yet. I don't want to jinx anything.
All right, thanks, Angel.
Well, the Mother of Humanity is going to be 313 feet tall. It's going to be designed for Tanzania, and it's going to cost about $125 million to create. But the big thing is we're creating this from the grassroots. We're not just looking for millionaires and billionaires. We're looking for every single one of us to be able to invest in creating her. And it's our gift from America to Africa.
So explain the Mother of Humanity.
Oh, well, that's quite a mouthful. But basically, it's our symbol and our statement that all of humanity is related as one. And it's a way to uplift humanity and uplift women who are the mothers of humanity. So
Is it kind of like the Statue of Liberty, or?
Well, it's not quite. It's 313 feet tall, twice the size of the Statue of Liberty. But it's also different in what it's doing, what it actually means, and how it's representing all of us and all of women and all of mothers. And that's the big difference. Well, my association with Michael Jackson began in 1980. At the time, I did not have any idea that I was going to be connected with Michael Jackson at all in any form or fashion. I have a friend of mine by the name of Joshua Thompson. He's a musician on the East Coast. And he came out to Los Angeles periodically every summer and trying to break into the film and the music industry. So one summer he came out to Los Angeles and we were making our rounds and we went to the offices of Quincy Jones. And unfortunately, Quincy Jones was not there at the time, and we were trying to get a tape into the hands of Quincy. So on the way out of the building, my friend Joshua glanced over to his left and found that there was an office that created gold and platinum albums for different artists. So he said, Nijel, let's back up. Let's go in here. We got to check this out. You know, the brother came all the way from the East Coast, so he's going to make maximum use of his time, right? So I had my portfolio with me. I made it a point, wherever you go, just bring your work, bring your portfolio. So as a sculptor, I just had some material with me. So we go into the office and Joshua starts talking with a gentleman named Stan Hillis, who was the office manager at the time. And afterwards, I'm quiet off in the corner. Stan turns to me and says, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm an artist, a sculptor. And he said, you know, that is very coincidental, because we just received a request to do a special award for Michael Jackson. And do you think you could do something like that? I said, sure. In fact, I've already done a statue of Michael Jackson that Joseph Jackson has, and here are photographs. So I walked into the pages of history, and right here in this very room, I worked on an award for Michael. And about 3 weeks later, there it was on television, Michael receiving the award. It was called the Top Selling Artist of the Decade Award. This little statue began a very interesting association with Michael Jackson. When I created this statue, I had no idea of where it would lead. In fact, As an artist, I wasn't really savvy enough to know that in my negotiations I should actually write in my contract that I should get to be there at the presentation. So consequently, I sat home and watched it. But that's all right. You know why? Because there was an overall design that Universe had for me that I didn't know at the time. I never met Michael Jackson in 1980. I won't say it prophesized my meeting with Michael, but it's very unusual to receive a photograph in 1980, dated 1998, and end up meeting someone in 1998, and the three circles again, October, November, December, before the year was up. That's how I interpret this. What meaning he may have connected to this, I don't know, but this is what it has meant to me. This award that I'm holding is a very significant award because it represents the only major award that Michael did receive from his record company, CBS Epic, now Sony. And as you may recall, recently they have not been on good terms. Of course, there's a lot of conflict over the ATV catalog that Michael owns and Tommy Mottola, who was the former employee of Sony. But during the good times, when they were honoring Michael as being the top-selling artist of the decade, this is the award that they gave him. I was commissioned to create this award, a very detailed piece, simply from a cardboard cutout. They didn't give me much to work with, but that's the job of an artist, to create something that hasn't been before. What we're looking at here are some miniatures that went into the creation of perhaps what's been, for me, the most fulfilling commission that I've ever received. Never before has an artist been commissioned for any fan club of any superstar worldwide, and this was it. I was commissioned from people in Russia, people in Germany, people in Africa, Italy, you name it. Fans of Michael Jackson from around the entire world came together to commission me through the Michael Jackson fan club, headed by Deborah Dannelly, to create this special award, as you can see behind me, that Michael received for being a solo artist in his 30th year as a performing artist. And they cover different facets of his career from his childhood all the way through the Thriller years, through the Ghost video that he did, and they were all highlights of his career all throughout his time as a solo artist.
Thousands believed Tupac did it. Millions believed Elvis did it. But did Michael Jackson really do it? E-movie book, Pseudocide, Did Michael Jackson Fake His Death to Save His Life? By author Pearl Jr. It's the most shocking true story of our lifetime. Order yours today. Go to michaeljacksonpseudocide.com. That's Michael Jackson